Renaissance woman. For today's foray into French cooking, I tried a lamb chop recipe and roasted Brussels sprouts. And just to add a little something that I'm already familiar with, I did a side of mashed potatoes. So for the lamb chops, you need to make a marinade of 2 tablespoons of herbe de Provence and some grated garlic. I did 2 cloves worth, very fine, as fine as you can make it, with a couple of tablespoons full of oil. Mix it all together and cover your pieces of meat. I didn't actually have a lamb chop, I had lamb shoulders, so it was a large piece, so I just cut it in half. And so you put the marinade on both sides and let it sit for 20 minutes. And then just fry it up in the frying pan within a little bit of oil for about 4 or 5 minutes for each side. That's as much as you need for that. For the Brussels sprouts, you wash and dry them and cut off the ends and slice them in half lengthwise. And then you are going to marinate them, drizzle some olive oil and some balsamic vinaigrette over them in the bowl. Just toss them so they're well coated. Put them on a baking sheet, little salt and pepper, and put them in the oven and bake them at 400 degrees. I ended up doing mine a little too long, so try 20 minutes and give it a shake or try to flip them halfway through. And then of course mashed potatoes, I just diced and boiled and mashed with a little bit of milk, and that makes a nice creamy side. So it went all right. I would say yes, my Brussels sprouts I did for 30 minutes, and they ended up being a little bit dry. The lamb, I think I would try again with a lamb chop as opposed to the shoulder. I just found when it came to eat, I kind of had to try to cut my way around all these bones and fat and whatnot. So I think maybe a lamb chop might be a little easier for me to cut up and feed myself with. And I don't eat lamb very much, so it's a bit of a different. It's stretching my palate a little bit. So I don't know that that'll become a favorite of mine. But the mashed potatoes turned out very well. So anyways, again, check the description below the video for a link to the recipes, again courtesy of Mon Petit Four, and I hope that you can try them and see for yourself how you like them.